Hi everybody, welcome back to Black Arrow Gaming. I am Bob, and I am back for another episode in my 5th Age of Wonders 3 Advanced Strategy series. I had a kind of a rough episode last week. I'm going to try to bounce back a little bit. It wasn't maybe as bad as I had sort of talked about on camera. I definitely screwed some stuff up, but there's maybe hope for me yet. I mean, I did get a glutton, you know, I did a few things right here and there, but I could have done, I think, better. So I'm going to try to pick up the pace a little bit for this one, and hopefully not make as many silly mistakes. Let's start with the comments, though. From Jeff, Blurry Intervision, and Tarsak, all pointed out a little oopsie in the last episode. Summon Spirit Elemental. If I summon it in a city with Embrace Darkness, it'd be dedicated to evil anyway. So, well, I wouldn't do me any good to look it up, but I was worried about them being dedicated to good. But even like Spirit Dragons, okay, let's look them up. So, Dragon. Where's the Golden Dragon? They are dedicated to good, but if you summon one of these in a city with Embrace Darkness active, like this city, it would become a dedicated to evil unit. It would override the dedicated to good. So it doesn't really matter if unit is inherently dedicated to evil or good, as long as you have, oh gosh, I'm blanking on it. The Shadowborn specialization or the Keeper of the Peace specialization or whatever it is. As long as you have one of those that has a spell that can force units to be dedicated to evil or good, you can override those things. So thanks for pointing that out. I knew that. I don't know why I didn't think of it, during the episode, but, once you're on camera, you say stupid stuff or forget obvious things. So next comment would be from Blurry Intervision, Adam James, and Hassan123. Could have at least tried to hit the Eldritch Horror in the Wizard Tower with the Deathbringer after it killed my giant. So this goes back to mistakes I made in the last episode. So I've got my little party here that went into that Wizard Tower, and I did lose Stone Giant going in there. I was a little flustered after having lost it. I didn't feel like it was necessary to lose that, although getting Summon Spirit Elemental and the other bonuses that came along with it was probably worth it. But I missed an opportunity to, with my Deathbringer here, get a free hit in on the Stone Giant. It was at the very last turn right before I killed it. The Deathbringer had movement. All I had to do was go over there, and I could have tried to Ghoul Curse it. So that kind of sucks. Yeah, inflict Ghoul Curse right there. It would have been a low chance to succeed, but even if there was a small chance I get a Ghoul Eldritch Horror, it would have been worth it. So yeah, oversight on my part. Sorry about that. David Alexander had a discussion in the comments with me about whether it might be worth it with Ganon's army to use his Resurgence ability, Divine Justicars, to power level weaker units, like Martyrs and stuff. By just running them into battle, they get a little XP, they die, they resurge, rinse and repeat. It's not a bad idea. I actually was under the impression that if the units died and resurged, they wouldn't gain XP. Or keep the XP that they had gained up to that point in the battle. But Arch Redbeard actually said they do. And that does make more sense to me now that I think about it, because if they leveled up, they would keep their leveled up rank. So I don't know why I was thinking that. I was wrong about that. They actually would keep their XP. So that is a strat that you can use to power level weaker units. But the catch is that I still don't think I want to do that. Mostly because the units that are protected by Divine Justicars are protected for a reason. I don't know if you guys remembered, well, I mean, I'm sure you remember many episodes ago I was fighting the Halfling with Ganon's army in this area right here. And they very nearly killed that whole army. In fact, they killed everyone in it except Ganon. And I barely squeaked by with a win and got them all back. So it's insurance is the way I'm looking at it. Helps me power level really strong units. And keep them alive so that they can gain champion ranks relatively safely. But that is a strategy you can do, so I thought it was worth mentioning. Thanks, Damon, for that. Also to Damon Alexander and Captain Cruz, said to consider the math of spending the 2 turns and 200 gold getting that tomb in my infantry city over here. So you look over here, this tomb. I was building this wooden wall, and then I was going to get the stone wall to expand the borders and get that tomb. Is it worth it? So, in short, like, maybe really early in the game, yeah, but the problem is that, like, I'm spending 200 gold, okay, to even get those structures. It's gonna take me, whatever 200 divided by 5 is, I guess that'd be 40? 5 times 40 would be 200, yeah. So, 40 turns for me to just get a return on my investment with the extra 5 gold per turn. It may actually be less than that. It might be like 20 when you factor in the city being happy and generating more gold. Uh, so, you know, you get some bonuses. But even if it's like 20 turns, that's still a long time. I don't necessarily need the mana that badly right now, nor do I need the production at all, as long as the city stays happy. So I think I agree with them. I'm just going to keep cranking out Exalted as fast as I can. If something changes, you know, maybe I'll reconsider. Speaking of Exalted, Impregnable had a good idea about getting... Whoops, I'm sorry, that was not Impregnable. That was Captain Cruz. Again, I am wrong. Boru Pogobog. Sorry. So many comments this last week. I'm getting people mixed up. Boru Pogobog suggested using the Shrine of the Fickle Mermaid in the nearby Hasteberries to get these guys to the front line faster. I've been kind of ignoring this, but and I'll show you guys on the next turn. But I actually have a neat little link here where I can send an Exalted to those Hasteberries, get all my movement back, send them to the Shrine of the Fickle Mermaid, get it all back again, and then get them even closer to the front line. In fact, I think there's more Hasteberries out there, so excuse me, might be able to get them to the front line a bit faster. So it's worth paying attention to those things on the map, because it can really help you out in terms of getting around quicker. So thank you for that, Boru Pogobog. Impregnable's comment was with regard to the Southern Underground. Suggested getting towers down here and making sure to keep the Cherub down here to scout. I can actually split that Cherub off from that stack right now, so I'm going to do that. I want... Whoops, he's back here. For the time being, I'm going to actually have him just scout the... oh, hey, there's a brown city over here. Alright, actually we can get a glimpse at what Brown has in his territory. Among other things, a lot of units that can float, so I probably don't want to tangle with them if it can be avoided. But he's got nothing too scary, really. A couple Firstborn, some Banshees. Banshees did kind of mess me up pretty good in the last time I fought them, so I'll have to watch out for them. But they also had Support Slayer, which is why they killed my my Ice Queen so easily. This, I think, at least now I know roughly how far away this stuff is, and I can kind of keep an eye on it. For the time being, I'm going to stick with my original plan of sending the Halfling up north, or not up north. I'm going to send her south to the cave entrance so she can go above ground. At least move her in that direction. If she goes this way, she could pretty quickly, if she needed to, turn around and come back up here and go straight after this city. Their closest route to one of my nearby cities is about to be this one. So I think I can actually, I'll go ahead and do that battle next, but I think I'm going to stick with the original plan and just use the Cherub to kind of keep an eye on things from over here. Hopefully that little group doesn't notice he's here and come kill him. Also, Impregnable suggested building more infrastructure. So Grand Palaces, I had a couple of those on hold, but I now have a gold surplus, so it's probably worth going ahead and grabbing those. This city needs a hospital to get closer to that. It also needs, well, it needs several other things. I might actually leave this one on gold anyway, just because I want to have a surplus of money, and I'm still a fair ways off from a Grand Palace in this one. But I know there's at least 1 or 2 cities that are very close to a Grand Palace. This was one of them that I never got because I wanted that crystal tree to be in the other city's borders, but now I can totally do that. If there's another one that you guys notice, let me know. It might be worth it to carry on with the goblins. Could also do the same with my Tigran city there. But I want to have a nice, comfortable gold surplus going forward, because I want most of my money right now to be funneled into units, not necessarily structures. So you guys can let me know what you think about that. The balance between economy. Plus, I have to keep my gold above 1,000 too. So that's something else I need to keep in mind. But this city is kind of a no-brainer because I'm already very close to a Grand Palace there. This city, did I ever do much with? I don't think I really did. No, that city's quite a long ways away. Let's see. Let's move on. We've got just a couple more. Um, Also from Impregnable said casting Paid Absolution everywhere. I'm going to do that as soon as I'm done casting Seed of Distrust underground. And with regard to the Wizard Tower, one more from Casper Elkind this time said, use the builder to get the Wizard Tower in your borders. Good call. I didn't notice it was just outside of my borders. I could get an extra 30 knowledge per turn. And might still be able to get All Knowing. Actually, I'm going to check on that. Where are the Empire quests located? No one has gotten All Knowing yet. I've got 56 out of 67 skills. That would be a really nice one to get, and it's one of only 2 that haven't been claimed yet. So I think I'm going to try to get that. I'm going to at least get that in my borders, and that should help quite a bit. And then the last thing was check for tier 4 spells to disjunct, also from Casper Elkind. It's dangerous to do that, but I did figure it didn't hurt to look. There's actually nothing too terrible up except for maybe Power Ritual. That's a rough one. Undead get a +2 physical and poison melee attack bonus. That one kind of sucks, but I don't imagine the undead are really that big of a threat. I feel like that guy's going to give me the least trouble out of everybody left. Great Mobilization is active, but probably not worth disjuncting. It just makes the machine units faster and stronger, but it's not like game breaking like I feel that the Rogue's tier 4 spell or tier 7 global spell is. That one just ruins you. This one I can manage around, I think. I would probably try to disjunct some stuff, but it's dangerous to do because if you get a critical failure, your hero takes damage and you lose all your casting points for that turn, so that would kind of suck. I don't want that to happen. Wait a second. Why is mana fuel cells... Wait, what is this? It said Ferret casted mana fuel cells, and when I clicked on it, it switched to this city. Why would he cast mana fuel cells on one of my cities? That would just buff the production. Or maybe he had it cast earlier and took it. I don't know. That was weird. Anyway, moving on, I guess. Oh, all right. Abyssal Ridge comes after this. Okay. Still continuing to produce my Storm Sisters. Let's see. We got. You know, I can at least have them tell me about the quest. These are the giants underground. Down with the dragons. That is actually something I would really like to do, but it is something that I don't think I can do. I got 10 turns to do it. I don't think I can pull that off. Everyone is needed where they're at right now. A group of Exalted, maybe, if I could get them there quickly enough. You know, I think I kind of want to send a group of Exalted north anyway to clear stuff, so they could probably make a detour going underground. Don't let me forget about this. You guys may need to remind me about this every now and then. I'm going to go ahead and accept that and plan to get it done with some Exalted, like a group of these Orc Exalted. Because they got some spirit damage. I believe they've got... No, they don't have Undead Slayer. That's a shame. But they've got Resurgence, they've got some spirit damage. They might be able to handle that. Plus I've got Smite, so it's a Bone Dragon. Can't be that bad. I need to be paying attention to what that says, because now it's saying something about him casting mana fuel cells on this city. He must be saying he's... I don't know what it's talking about. Praise the Leader Festival. That's where some of my gold came from, which is why I don't want to go... so I don't want to go crazy spending all of it. I got a couple nice bonuses on the last turn, which really helped me out. Lunaris got public baths. This is a city I was trying to grow, I think. Oh yeah, I really want that ziggurat in its borders. Oh, still got items here too. Let's send these to... What does the halfling have on her right now? She's down here. As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to do this battle in a second. So Quiver of Divine Fire. I sold the crossbow, which I needed to do. I'm probably going to sell that break control thing. You know what? I'm going to sell Poison Spit. I can't imagine this is ever going to be very useful. Sell that. Get a couple more items. And is there anything else she can get rid of? That's giving her razor projectiles, so I kind of want to hang on to that. That Crusader needs to go do other things. You know what? I'm going to sell that ice pick. I'm going to go ahead and sell that ice pick. The fairy sword's better. I was thinking I would keep the ice pick because I'm pretty sure inflict chilling... Oh, I may have made a mistake there. Does inflict chilling work on range attacks? You know what? I might have screwed that up. The fairy sword is still worth more. It's still a higher tier item, but I may have screwed that up. Let's send the rest of this stuff to her anyway. I don't think it really came in... You know, part of the reason I wanted... Oh, crap. I forgot. He's going to have to stay there another turn anyway, because... Oh, no, he doesn't. Because I can equip that to that slot. Okay. Part of the reason I had that on her is because I was hoping it would work with the Ice Queen, and the Ice Queen is no longer with us, so I was hoping it would increase chance to freeze. Not quite as important anymore, and I need to have that Crusader be moving on. Actually, I probably should have sent him over here, since I got this little mess to deal with. I think these guys down here are going to hold position for the time being, continue to heal. They're not under any immediate threat right now. They will be soon, but I think they can hang out for one more turn if the halfling's on the way. She's probably one turn away from being able to join up with them, I think. You guys can continue to camp there. Laboratory is done here. I'm going to continue working towards Storm Sisters in this city. It has 69 production. How much? Well, actually, I can't even see because I need the temple. I'm going to go ahead and... Oh, actually, I'll get a bunch more production from that when the city grows again in one turn. So let's go ahead and get the temple built. Library of Dark Arts is done here. That's pretty neat, I guess. We've got... It's produced infantry and monster units at Fear Strike, I believe. So I have this city kind of ready to go for when my trolls show up. Plus, Goblin Crusaders. Why not? Let's get some of those guys. May as well grab the barracks in the arena if I'm going to do that, I guess. And don't need the Flow Rock Citadel. Oh, I could get the Goblin Exalted too. That's what I was going to do here. I want the Celestial Chamber. And I want the barracks. Actually, I want the barracks, then the Celestial Chamber. And then I can queue up production after the barracks is done of the arena. And then I'll be able to start making some Exalted. That'll be fun. Goblin Exalted. The more the better. They actually may be a better fit to go fight those Bone Dragons now that I think of it, because they will have... they'll have poison resistance, so that's kind of cool. I think you guys are good. This city down here, which one is this? Is Ardor? Trying to decide which cities are worth upgrading and which cities I want to hold off on for now. This one is potentially vulnerable. I would rather upgrade, if I'm going to upgrade any cities, I would rather do the ones that are further in the back, like my goblin cities. You know what? I'm going to do merchandise here. Go back over to the city that was making swarm darters and just give it more nice things. How about or actually what I could do is increase its growth, increase the growth of both of these cities. Well, that one I am doing that by building a hospital. But the faster these cities grow, well, you know what? These cities are so far to the west, it's probably worth getting a Grand Palace in them. I'm going to work towards that. The Orc one is a little bit too close to the front line for me to want to invest a lot into it just now. This elf city here could probably use a hospital. This one is going to be making more Storm Sisters. Actually, that's what I was doing with this one. I think if I get the Griffin Spire there, I can make the Storm Sisters with a higher starting level, which might be worth it. I did get the production boost from the quarry, which is nice. 7 turns away from growth. City's very happy at 509. I'll go ahead and grab the hospital for now. Help it grow a little faster. Maybe get the Griffin Spire after that. Nah. I'll just get the Griffin Spire now. That leaves me with still over 1,000 gold. And then I'll be able to make Storm Sisters at... not veteran. Not elite. Whatever rank comes after veteran. Silver rank expert, I guess. I think they'll start as expert. Right now they're veteran. Yeah, they would be starting as expert. So those Storm Sisters are going to be 1 turn away from getting inflict stun, which is kind of what I really want. This city here is right on the front line. I'm just going to have that produce mana. I actually can't really afford to do a lot more with gold on this turn. Maybe I can get the... Maybe I can get the Barrow and still stay above 1,000 gold. Because that gives me the caster, which I really want. What is this problem? Not enough mana. Okay. It's because I spend it all on the Griffin Spire. Tell you what, let's go ahead and get 1 Storm Sister produced. There. Go back here and get the Charnel House done, or the Barrow done. Okay. That leaves me with a little bit of mana to work with, too. This city I could... Actually, this city's doing okay considering enemy and domain and Dread Omen and all that stuff. So, actually, Dread Omen gives a growth penalty to the city and lowers unit happiness. It doesn't actually lower city happiness. That's interesting. I kind of assumed it did, but it doesn't. Okay. But in any case, I can't really afford to spend more money on it right now, and it could be captured any time, so I'm going to just produce mana or produce merchandise, and same thing here. These guys can camp out for now. Karzin has nowhere left to go for this turn. I think everybody in that group is pretty much done. This I need to go build. Where did I get money back? Oh yeah, because I canceled the Griffin. I canceled the Griffin Spire. Okay. I think I want to build a road that goes like this. Here, and then I think I'm going to put the fort here. That blocks off a little path here kind of nicely. And still gives my units a place to kind of chill in like maybe a 3-tier formation right there. So that's probably what he's going to do. Cherub is still in the scouting process. I'm going to move forward a little bit as enemies seem to have backed off a tad. Should be okay. Hanging out right about here. That's good. Don't see any more enemy units with him at the moment. Here's my other Cherub, which just seems to be getting away with whatever he wants. Probably want to mark cities if I can, or look for their capital. If I can get some intel on that, that would be helpful. For that, I'm probably going to have to go in deeper and see what I can find. This is like incredibly risky with this guy, but I mean, if they're not going to kill him, they've had multiple opportunities so far, so it does look like there's a pretty big city up here, so that might be their capital. It would be in about the right spot for it. It's also possible because they're Draconian, they could have been underground, so that's something worth considering too. I guess we'll only know for sure once I get there. Want the shrine to get out to the front line ASAP. Ganon's army is good where they're at. I'm pretty sure this Cherub is good where he's at because I need him to cast Seed of Distrust on this city on the next turn. So wait there and keep my Bone Dragon where he's at. And now I get to actually attack something. So I've got my Sorcerer here. I was kind of deciding who to put with her. I think in the end what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually drop that Draconian, because I've got a flyer with the Exalted. And I'm going to move them all forward with the Knight and the Shock Trooper. I like those. I prefer those tier 3s over the Draconian flyer. But I want those 2 Knights in there, both with Strong Will, which is nice. They could pretty much stomp this city. The remainder of these units I'm going to leave hanging out back here as like an emergency defense reserve in case they're needed. It's unlikely they'd be able to thwart any major attack, but it's probably worth keeping them. I think actually right where they're at there is good, because they could move to defend either city if they need to from like a small group. The Cherub I want to move back away from that stuff in the hopes that it didn't see it. These guys, there's no reason not to move after that city and then move towards the cave entrance. Very likely victory. I can't imagine this is going to be particularly threatening. I can't really cast spells, but, well, at least not spells that cost mana. I can at least still do this. And I just got a level out of that too, so that's kind of cool. Everybody else pretty much charge, I think. Yeah. We'll use this guy to harass the halfling jesters and stuff. We'll probably kill them in a couple hits. Oh, ouch. Alright, we'll see who they target and then probably use the Exalted to absorb pain on whoever they target. Yep, going after the Knight. Well, they're going after the Exalted too, I see. Alright, good move. Let's open the door. I wish the Knights were close enough to get 2 hits on it. Just not quite. Well, he can get up on the wall. They're not really over on this side. She can move a bit closer. And I'm going to say I'm going to give him some resistance. Kind of keep her in a mostly safe area. He can go give this guy absorb pain. Giant can... What happened to this guy? Oh, he got struck by lightning. Okay. I just happened to notice the Chester was dead, and I was like, wait, what? Let's weaken that gate. Maybe the Knight could get it with a devastating charge. There's a chance. It's not a great chance, but there is a chance. 21 to 31. Both have roughly the same odds. Let's use the one that's having absorbed pain on him. Nope, not quite, but that Shock Trooper can open the way on the next turn for both Knights, so. If the lightning doesn't kill everything in there first. Go ahead and kill him. Oh, they didn't. They probably could have if they had targeted him directly. Just say, they can go ahead and kill him, it won't matter. He'll get right back up. Alright. Well, just get some free healing and then. Alright, come on in, everybody. Start with tossing a great big rock at this guy. Okay, he's pretty much stuck. Can't really go anywhere. He might not do anything. I'm kind of hoping he doesn't do anything. I'm going to leave that Exalted there, because I'd like to heal the Exalted again if I can. He might just end his turn. Yeah. Okay. She's still got stuff she can do on her turns. Although I think she's actually used it all up. Any other abilities that she can use to squeeze out a little more experience. I'm not seeing anything. There might be something mixed in there, but off the top of my head, I don't see anything. So, on that note, we will let... needs to level. I think the Exalted could use a level. He doesn't normally see as much combat anyway, so we'll give that to him. Okay, now I know she leveled up during the course of that battle. There was some discussion in the comments some time ago about what to give her next. I think I'm going to go with Inflict Spirit Breaking. That one is really nice, and she pretty much only uses range attacks, so I can do it relatively safely. I like that idea. So Inflict Spirit Breaking it is. And this is a halfling city. Again, I'm just going to absorb because I have to be nice to the halflings because we got to keep her happy. My hero, I'm not a fan of, like, I would like to, I wish she was anything but a halfling. Like, I really do. Anything but a halfling, I'd be fine. But no, now I got to be nice to them. I'm just going to use them as, you know, basically just resource income, really. I don't plan to do a lot with their cities in terms of unit production. Everybody here is fine, and that is finally the end of this unbelievably long turn. This was like a 2 full episode turn. There's a lot going on. But let's see what happens next. Okay, we've got, I know there's several blue units up in this area, several teal, Frostling Dreadnought. Probably want to keep an eye on what they're doing. Well, actually, let's go underground, because right now it's Brown's turn. I want to see what he's doing with these guys. Looks like he's taking a northern route. I'm going to have to scout that out and see. I'm betting he's going to make a move on that city over there. Oh, crap. Oh, they didn't attack me. It's an undefended city. That's what they're doing. They're going to try to go after it. Well, fortunately, these guys can make it back. Ooh, I've got some in Spirit Elemental, though. Those things should do pretty well against this guy. I could cast Embrace Darkness on that city, and then summon a Spirit Elemental or 2 in there. Actually, it might take me more than 1 turn. I'll have to see how far away Brown is, because if I've got time to get a Spirit Elemental in that city, or 2, if ideally, I should be. I should be good. Depends on how much stuff they moved up there, but those things should tear apart undead pretty easily. All right, I kind of missed Teal's turn there because I was concerning about Brown. Let's see where she moved stuff. Well, she just embarked the 2 Frost Queens and backed up the tanks and backed those guys up slightly just to give me room to grow trees. So not a great turn for her as far as I'm concerned. Let's see what Orange has got back here. They're moving around. Anyone want to take out that cherub? Like, literally, they're just going to keep looking at it. Anybody? Like, he's not invisible or something, right? I would do... It looks like Teal's trying to do it for them. That's actually kind of funny. Oh. Well, they're not gonna... That cannon's not gonna catch him. I guess if I was right-clicking more during these things, it'll speed stuff along. I should have probably put unit movement on fast for this one. I think that's part of the reason why in between turns is taking so long. Because units are moving more slowly, and there's so many stacks to move. Everybody has so many. Next up's gonna be green. I don't think I could see anything else orange has, unless they try moving something through this area, and it's been pretty quiet up here. You know, I was actually concerned for a while about orange coming from this direction. I thought if anyone came from this way, it would be orange, but it's much more likely to be teal. Orange could be behind the Necromancer in the underground. They could be further west over here, or east over there. But I don't think I need to anticipate them coming from this way. Originally, I thought they were in the northeast, but That doesn't seem to be the case, which begs the question, who is in the northeast? Is that maybe Dova? No, Dova's like here. Orange. Teal. I wonder if Brown maybe is underground. Maybe he's the only one who was underground. Alright, they took that city, which doesn't really come as a surprise. If my spirit elementals can hold off the necromancer in the underground, I think that I'd be safe to send her up north. What I do with her largely depends on what this cherub sees on this coming turn. I wouldn't mind summoning a spirit elemental just right off the bat to rush out and kill that thing, but... Alright, well, it is finally my turn again. Many items have arrived, including multiple quivers. She now has multiple quivers of Divine Fire. That's a difficult item for me to sell because it's so good, but I'm going to go ahead and equip that anyway. No. She had the +2 range strike that shock projectiles for a reason. She needed that to increase her chance at stunning, that's right. The big beetle I'm probably going to sell. I don't imagine. All my heroes have better mounts than that, so I'll take the money for that. I might sell one of these. I don't really feel like I need two. They're such a good item, though, but they're just not a good fit for any of my units specifically. Carzan's got way better things to hold than a quiver. Pretty much everyone else is really a melee build, and that's kind of why I haven't done anything with that yet. Ganon got a whole bunch of items, too. And I think the plan... I'm not going to spend too much time messing around with all this stuff. The plan was to sell it, and I think that's what I'm going to do. So, you can check the torso item, because that actually might be useful. This one's giving her Holy Champion. Undead monster and dedicated to evil units. Could be useful fighting the Necromancer, but aside from that, I don't think anyone has, like, Oh, wait, no. I know that, because I created the character, I know that Dova the Keen is evil. He is Shadowborn as well, so that might come in handy against him if she's gonna end up fighting him. I'm gonna sell one of these. I don't need two of them. It's taking up inventory space. I'll decide what to do with the other one later. Carzan's still got several things on the way, as does Farron. This I might hang on to in case I get my halfling hero back, my Dreadnought. Because some of this stuff may have been hers too, so... In fact, I'll hang on to Repair Machine for that reason too. Repair Machine's actually probably a good item for Ganon to have right now, because it allows him to heal machines, and that would include the Shrines of Smiting, so I don't really need the Inflict Dazzled item. I think that can be sold. And that is pretty much it for items, I think. I'm going to close out the rest of those. Okay. Alright. Okay, I got the Spas 12 created, so that was gonna go to the halfling. Little AoE stun there, could be fun. Another Praise the Leader festival, wonderful. Alright. They're just happy because I'm building them a nice new Grand Palace. Actually, I think I'm building me a nice new Grand Palace. I don't think that's for, like, the people. But I don't know. I guess I'll share if it makes them happy. Alright, I got battles to do over here. I think I'm going to first off get Seed of Distrust cast. That shouldn't take that much more mana to cast it. Oh crap, I lost. There was a Grand Palace in that halfling city I lost, so I lost some casting points. I want to get Seed of Distrust cast so that I can kind of analyze how much mana I have left and what I can do with it. So, how much the Spirit Elementals cost straight up 150. So I could get one in that city right now, but it wouldn't be dedicated to evil and it wouldn't have lifesteal. So let's see just how much of a threat that city is under at the moment. On this turn, not much. In a couple of turns, a lot more. Alright, so here's what I'm going to do. These 3 guys need to get in the city. Be ready to defend it. I'm going to try to pick off this Banshee with the Cherub and the Flyer, I think. How much movement does the Cherub have? The Flyer may be able to still make it back to the city. Yes, he can. So I'll attack with the Cherub and just try to pick this guy off while he's alone. I don't fight battles on the lava very often. This looks weird. Alright, Whale of Despair. Fortunately resisted. That's good. That could have kind of sucked. I want to turn him around so the Flyer can get some nice charges on him, so I will do that. And this. He could attack the Cherub and maybe kill it. I don't know if the Cherub would do enough spirit damage to ward him off. He only has 2 hits, though. He could kill the Cherub, I think, if he high rolled, maybe, but I'm gonna... I need my mana for other things, possibly for that Spirit Elemental, so I'm not gonna cast a spell. Oh, he just went after the Flyer anyway. Okay, that makes things easier. Alright, that's one less Banshee to worry about. Okay, now he goes there, and I want him back up here to just keep an eye on those guys. I wish I could actually build something in that city. I could build a wall next turn, but I can't do it on this turn. So now I have a difficult decision to make. I would have to cast no more spells for this turn and summon a Spirit Elemental in this city if I want 2 of them around by the time these armies get to me. Because if I take the time to cast Embrace Darkness, that sets me back by a full turn of summoning those Spirit Elementals, basically. Because I won't have enough mana on my next turn to get 2 of them. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. So is it worth it to get 2 now? Or should I get Embrace Darkness first and then summon the other one? I don't know. Oh, crap. Well, I didn't see this guy coming. He must have flown through the lava tunnels or something. I might need to summon one over here, actually. That's a tier 3. The Spirit Elemental is a tier 3. Crap. I don't know what to do about him. You know what? I might not make it through this turn, so I need you guys' help on this one. If I build a unit in this city, like a 1 turn to produce unit, well, actually, you know what? It wouldn't matter because none of those units could fight off. Unless I use spells, they wouldn't be able to fight off the Flyer by themselves. I guess what I'm wondering is if I produce a unit in the city, as far as I know, that unit will not appear until the beginning of my next turn. So if they attack the city on their next turn, then I would lose that unit, I think. I could send these guys forward. They've been standing guard there for a while, and they don't really need to be. I could send them forward to help out, but it'll be a few turns before they can do anything useful. It probably would be better for me to leave them there, because this city, there's like still a cave wall blocking anything from flying across there, so it'd still have to come down and through this area. I'll have to think about what to do about that city. I don't want to lose another one. Summoning a Spirit Elemental may be my best chance of avoiding losing it, although the Spirit Elemental even may not be able to fight that thing off. He's got fire protection. What is the Spirit Elemental's damage output channels? Spirit Elemental, there we go. It's just spirit damage, so he won't be resistant to it by any means. They also have Inflict Daze. That actually might win it for me. They have Inflict Spirit Breaking and Inflict Daze. That would probably win the battle for me. Plus I have spells, although I would be going up against a sorcerer, so that's worth keeping in mind too. You guys can let me know what you think of that situation, because I doubt I'm going to get through the end of this turn before the end of this episode. I do have plenty of mana, or not mana, money to spend on improvements at the moment, so I am going to continue to do that. I want this one to continue growing. I've already got the hospital, so it's about as good as it can get there. Let's do the Masters Guild, I think. Speed along the production of everything else. Let the library finish there. And you guys don't have anything better to do, so sit there for now. Alright. I've got my other builder. I'm building... Okay, I got my settler building. Okay, that's good. My other builder in this area should be getting close. There's this guy, so I'm going to keep him going on his super secret mission. Where's my... bandits there? Oh, at least I got units defending that city. Okay. But I also have a builder in the... There it is. So he's going to go down here and get a head start. Okay. Alright, so go on down and move up this way. He'll get those forts ready to go for the cities and settlers that will soon follow. Alright, as for all of you guys, carry on. Got stuff to clear down here on the next turn. I got my Storm Sister. I think the plan was to produce a Griffin Spire next. I don't know if it's really even worth it, though, because in the long run, I'm going to be making Storm Sisters here that'll have Resurgence. So if I'm going to build a Griffin Spire anywhere, it should probably be this city. I think right now just mass-producing Storm Sisters is probably the way to go, rather than making such an expensive upfront investment. Let's just do that. I don't feel like... if I just keep making them, some of them are bound to survive, right? So some of them will level up, even though others may die. But, you know, I guess that's the tough decisions you gotta make in a position of leadership, says Ganon, who is protected by the top-tier army and has Resurgence on all his stuff. But anyway, we're just gonna move on. Alright, I think I'm just gonna have Ganon 1v1 that little group. I don't feel like micromanaging everyone else with it. I probably want him to do it from the road. Except for the flyer, that's the group. Okay, this is fine. We'll go from the road. Send the flyer in. Very likely victory does not surprise me. I want to try to convert that guy, if I can. I need another hero. And that is a... Oh, that's a sorcerer. I was thinking he was a dreadnought. Okay, cool. I wouldn't mind having another sorcerer. Let's see if we can get him on our side. Let's start off with... I don't have anyone that can throw a curse here. So pretty much just have to shoot at him with the reanimator. While killing everything else. He's got 100% blight protection. I don't think I can even try to inflict him with despair. No, he's got 100% spirit protection. I can't convert him. He's got strong will. Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can, so... maybe I can get that knight? Yeah, he doesn't have strong will yet. Let's go for him. Alright, we need to use up his action points, kill the hero. Ideally, would like him to get the finishing move on something because of killing momentum, or the orc. Let's do this. Start off with the traditional absorb pain on Ganon just for safety, and then I'm going to actually have Ganon do some biting this time. So he's going to go out, take a hit from the knight to use up one action point, and then he's going to attack how much damage can he do if he war cries that thing? Quite a bit, but maybe not enough. I want the giant to probably take a hit from the knight. I don't want the knight charging the squishy halfling. So you take a hit, which actually did quite a bit of damage, but then I can move him safely out of range. Get a nice hit on the flyer, which allows these guys to soften it up enough to where I think the troll should be able to finish it. And then move in on this guy, break his guard, then Ganon can attack more damage. Okay. Alright, now these guys are getting all beat up down here, so we gotta patch them up. Oh wait, no. You need to be trying to despair that guy. Okay, that's better. Too bad I don't have somebody with Ghoul Curse. Oh, actually, Ghoul Curse wouldn't matter either, because that also checks against Spirit. And Spirit Resistance is good. Alright, I would actually probably should have let Ganon get that kill, but this is fine. Take that hit, and that hit, so he can't move, and he's panicked. He's gonna run away. Actually, that's kind of annoying. We'll let him do it, though. Unless Ganon has a reasonable chance to convert him now. Only 54, I can do better than that. Why didn't he move? Oh, he had no action, he had no movement points because I took them all away, right? Okay, 48 to spare. Now he's really unhappy, and I think he's cursed. 95%, that's odds I'll take. If I fail this, I'm going to feel like an idiot, but I don't want to spend the extra time for it. Okay, no one else can heal except for Ganon, and Ganon needs to convert, so... Got it. A knight is better than no knight, so he can sit there. I also got some fancy new items that oh my gosh, I just don't have inventory. I wish, I really wish you could just sell stuff from like right here. You know, if I move Ganon on the tile, I could sell all of that on this turn. I think I'm gonna do that. It's probably worth the gold. It's a little bit of tedious micromanagement, but I can put those in his inventory and sell them. The picnic basket might... That gives Ganon more regeneration. Might have him hold on to it for now. I've got so many healers everywhere, though, it doesn't really seem to matter that much. Oh, you know what? The big beetle might have been... no, Unholy Champion's cool for Ganon. I was thinking maybe I'd give him the big beetle, but Unholy Champion's pretty cool for him, especially since Brunhilde's stuff is dedicated to good. So I don't know of anyone that could really use regeneration more per se, except for maybe Karzan, but for now I'll just hang on to it, I guess. Alright, now all of you have business to attend to up here in the north. I want this city more than I want my halfling city back. Hello, Eldritch Horror and company. I'm going to... Actually, before I do anything else, I'm going to finish the road to this city. Is there actually a road on the city center tile? Yes, it looks like it. Okay. This guy, now that I've connected that road, can go back down underground and build like towers and forts and stuff, I think. So he's came up here what he needed to do. He came up here and got the Heart of the Arctic, which is what he really needed to do. Yeah, I think I'll send him back. I actually can't really keep him in that area anyway. It's not really safe with this stuff coming, which honestly I might need... I don't know what to do here. I might need to split up some of my forces and at least leave some people back on defense so that stuff can't come in and just waltz in and take my city. I'm gonna build a wooden wall here, and I'm thinking about hurrying production on that. Because I don't think... Well, they could reach it in one turn anyway, so... I gotta decide who I want back there defending it. Probably need a Shrine of Smiting there. Those units are all devout, so I'll pair the other Shrine of Smiting with them, and I think leave this group back on defense. They're a little more... This group's a little more range-oriented, because they've got the Stone Giant. Well, actually, the Stone Giant's also good for sieges. Does this city have a wall that I need to break through? It's hard to tell because the dang glutton's so huge, but I think I want this group with Ganon. So I'm going to send this shrine up here like this. As well as these guys. Ganon's army can't quite move onto that tile, but these guys can, or at least I can have one unit get there. Send the stone giant. Be a pretty easy kill on these guys, and then I think everybody else should be able to hold off the sorcerer down underground. Probably. Alright. Oh, Ganon's also got repair machines, so it probably makes sense to stack some of these machines with him anyway. Alright, Storm Sister. You can't do squat against that thing, so I don't know what you're gonna do. You guys can at least shoot at him. He's gonna shrug most of this off, but maybe I can break his spirit. Oh, that worked out pretty well. It was only a 12% chance to break his spirit, but I'll take it. Not sure what he's going to do next. He'll probably try to dominate something, which would suck. I'm going to back these guys off to make it harder for him to do that. Or at least leave them out of his range. Does dominate have a range to it, or do you have to be adjacent to the unit? I think it looks like you got to be adjacent to it. So the only thing that's going to leave in his range are the two things that you can't dominate because they're machines. As for you, you can go stand here. Let's just throw a rock at him because we can. Sword pain on Ganon because we can. Ganon's really important. Have Ganon run out and get stuff. Alright. Cool. That'll work. Maybe I can try to get this guy under my control, because he does not have strong will. If I can manage to spare him or curse him. Oh no, wait, he's got mind control immunity. Never mind. If I'm gonna get anything, it's gonna be that flyer, and I think Ganon's about to kill it, so. Oh well. Alright, so he just came and hit the machine. Not a big deal. Machine can barely not get back to Ganon, which is unfortunate. Send this guy over here and get a flank attack. I would have liked to have healed him up, but you see that's not going to happen. Yeah, I'm just going to kill him on this turn. Who wants the XP? Probably the Storm Sister if she can manage it. He actually does not have shock immunity. I keep thinking they do because they're a sorcerer unit, but they don't even have resistance to it, I don't think. They have blight and spirit protection, but not shock. Well, that's an easy choice. Give the Storm Sister a level. The closer I get to inflict stun, the better my odds get. Alright, there are a decent stack of units in the city, but not a whole lot else. So I think Ganon's army is safe to camp here for now. And then these guys can all hang out here. There's some strength in numbers here too. They've got a stack of 5 there, and I've got like 8. So I should be fine holding ground here. That'll work. I'm gonna leave that group a little closer to where Ganon is, though. Alright. The main invasion up here, I don't have to be worried about that. The main invasion down here, I can't do anything about this. They probably just need to run. I don't think I'm gonna hold that. Man, the Sorcerer's army is really needed in 2 places at the same time, very badly. Like I said, I'm not going to end the turn, and I'm actually not going to move my Sorcerer on this turn, or these guys. I'll save those decisions for the next turn to see if you guys have any good ideas. The Sorcerer's army could join up with these guys on this turn, so if I move them there, they'll be safe. Sorcerer's Army could actually join up with them even closer to here and then really fight off all this stuff in this area. But the question is, am I going to be okay down here? Then it comes to, well, I could summon a spirit elemental here. That's great. Then I could hold the city. But if I do that, then I can't summon a spirit elemental here, and I'm going to lose this orc city, which is even more within my territory. And while these guys could get it back eventually, it might not be soon. Plus, they could come back this way and cause trouble behind me, too. So, I don't know. I think, me personally, I'm probably leaning towards summoning the spirit elemental here, because it looks like I have some more time up here. But it kind of depends on what they do with those units, so I'm going to leave him there for now. Got a few other things to decide. Oh, I'm getting closer. I'm actually only one away from Tame Trolls now. Goblin Big Beetles get Disgusting Stench and +5 health. I might go with that one. This one doesn't really matter. I don't have goblin cities in volcanic or tropical terrain, so we're going to go with the champion military and get me some extra health for all those big beetles I've got over here. Ganon leveled up. Let's see what he can get. Undead Slayer, not that important right now. I don't want him to have Absorb Pain. He's kind of running out of stuff to get. Cure Disease doesn't seem that important at the moment. I think I might just continue buffing his core stats. You know, he could use maybe a little more melee strength, range strength. Or, you know, more health is always valuable. Even though he normally has Absorb Pain on him, that might not matter. Let's get him, let's get him some damage output. Some melee strength. You know what? He's an orc, and he'll normally have Absorb Pain on him. So I think I'm going to buff his melee strength a little bit. He can actually get in and do some fighting. And just because I can, I'll throw in a little range strength on top of that. Have him do some damage. Alright, so here's what I was talking about with regard to these haste berries. I can go like this, and then I can actually... Oops. That's why. Okay, you guys go back. I didn't mean to move them with... sit there in case of emergencies. Can actually move them here along with this guy to give them all a little boost. And then they can really move out here faster. Although, considering what I was talking about earlier, I think the Exalted are going to go north. So, probably have them all kind of meet up somewhere around there. Because there's a lot of stuff that needs cleared in the north, and I think a full stack of Exalted is just the thing to do it. I feel like I can manage here on the front lines okay. Things are getting a little dicey, but I feel like overall my armies will probably be okay. And if things go south, I'm gonna have plenty of time to adjust to it before they really start doing any real damage. I did get Resurrect Hero. Don't have mana to cast it right now, so that's gonna have to go in the back burner. I do need more Divine Channeling. It seems like casting points are becoming more and more important, especially now that Spirit Elementals are a thing that I need to keep in mind. Those guys will be pretty easy pickings for really, and like I could just move the flyers. I might actually just do this battle now. Anyone that can fly or swim can go deal with that pretty easily. So that'd be Karzan, the Snake, the Exalted, I guess the Wraith, and the other Snake. Maybe a little overkill, but you know what? There's no such thing as overkill. In Age of Wonders 3. Alright. Just, Karzan? Have fun, dude. You try to stun him. Or whoever. Nom. Okay, cool. Alright. You took a very minor amount of damage, but the Wraith can heal. Could have maybe tried to Ghoul Curse one of these if I put Farron on the Flying Mount and send him out here too. Oh well. Karzan can heal the snake up a bit. Nourishing Meal. Just to remember that I have that. And can't really heal anybody else. Everyone else is at full health. The snake... Oh, the snake is technically not. Okay, this works in my favor, I think. Oh, that's fine, I guess. I'm more thinking experience right now. So he can actually use Heal Undead on the snake. And I can also now curse with this guy for even more XP. And at this point, I think I'm going to call it. That's probably good enough. So why don't you go ahead and finish her off. Alright, next up I need to see what's in the Wizard Tower, mostly because I'm super curious. You can bet Karzan's going to be in on this battle, so I'll at least send him there to look. Have a peek. We got a couple Chthonic Guardians, nothing too scary. It seems like something just overwhelming force could handle just fine, so let's abort that attack. And let's see, you know, while I'm here, let's have Karzan swap on that other helmet of his, so you can see just a bit further. So we've got Dreadnought units on this weird strip of land. Oh, hey, look who it is. Brynhilda the Keeper is right there. If that's their capital, that may change my calculation of what I'm going to do here. I wonder if the dragon can spy that out. He doesn't have quite enough movement, I don't think, to do it safely. Karzan might be able to after... But Karzan may need to run down there and try to pick her off with a flying or floating army. Maybe another thing you guys can give your thoughts on in the comments. There's a lot of big decisions I need to make here, so... Nothing too threatening from the orange Dreadnought. Alright, for the time being, I want units going in here that... Okay, the Wraith is a good choice for this battle, because the Chthonic Guardians aren't going to be able to do anything against him. Units that... So we got, like, Frost Fire, Shock Damage, Frost Fire, Shock. Yeah, it's all Fairy Fire. Plus those guys with just straight-up fire. So Undead maybe not the best choice. Firstborns would be wonderful for this. They are slow, though. I don't really want to move them along with the rest because of that reason. But then again, they got more movement than the snakes, so they should probably hang out with Karzan anyway. Let's see. Get the Exalted back in there. And the Glutton's right here, so why don't you come along for the ride, buddy? I guess that would be fun. Okay. Very likely victory, I should say so. This will probably be my last battle of this episode, and then I think I'm going to call it, so be thinking about the suggestions and comments for what to do next, because things aren't quite as straightforward anymore. This is starting to get a little tougher. Alright, well, we know who's getting absorbed pain. And we also know who's going to run recklessly out into the middle of everything. I wish Karzan had Pounce. That would be really nice. But he doesn't. He's got Predator and Athletics, but not Pounce. Pounce would be so perfect for him because it would put him into, or even a defensive strike. But then I'd have to, if I did that, I'd have to get other items, you know, sacrifice other things. I don't really want to do that. Well, we'll see if the Glutton can snack on anything. Put him behind that guy for now. And Karzan, you just go sit here. I mean, do that. And the Wraith, he actually could take damage from all that fairy fire, so I'm going to be a little cautious with him for this first turn. Maybe leave him, like, here instead. Greyguard used to be like my favorite thing. I think I kind of lean towards Shadowborn now, but I do still have Greyguard, I think, on my main elf druid. I should go back and look. It's been such a long time since I played him. Anyway, that was Rallying Cry, gave him Inspired. It said Vigilant. Oh, it was saying Vigilant on these guys, I think. Maybe. Units, friendly units with the 4 hexes are gain Inspired and gain Vigilant for the rest of the turn. I want to find out what Vigilant is. Why doesn't it say that here somewhere? I don't know what Vigilant is. I'm actually going to look that up. Vigilant is a unit ability. The unit will always enter guard mode after acting. Okay. That kind of sucks, but not the end of the world. They can enter guard mode 2 bunks. I can still lower their action points by attacking them. I think I'm just going to get rid of these guys, though. Because without them, these Chthonic Guardians are very much not scary for the Wraith King at all to deal with. Oh, they have first strike too, so I just took away 2 action points. It works in my favor there. Let's see if I can... maybe it's best not to taunt them into attacking the Glutton, because the Glutton's actually kind of a softer target here, with extremely low defense. Glutton does have very high resistance. Maybe you can go snack on that, this guy out here. That Wraith just does not care at all. You guys are not going to win this battle. Alright, Karzan. Eat that guy for breakfast. Oh, man. I could have tried Ghoul Cursing. Well, they're dedicated in neutral, though. So it wouldn't have mattered. I was thinking I could have brought Farron and tried to Ghoul Curse those guys. That's okay. We'll just slowly chew through their action points and health until they are gone. You. There's a snack over there. Cheese it. Go get it. Now I'm hungry. Alright. I guess Karzan can just kind of go for it. These guys are handling themselves well. Ah, I panicked him. He's going to run away like a coward now. Let's make sure he pays for it. Or just outright kill him now, I guess. That's cool too. Eat him. Eat the halfling. Oh, he didn't really eat him. He kind of just made a mess with his food everywhere. Oh well. Alright, you could use... Actually, the Wraith needs healing, I think, more than anything. Okay, here's what I need to do. I need to turn this guy around. Look this way. So I can heal this guy with the Wraith, and then I can heal the Wraith with Karzan. And then if I can use up his action points, I could heal the Wraith again. I think I'm not going to do that, probably. Well, I could. I think I might actually just kill him, though. Yeah, I'm going to end up just killing him. Alright. What'd I get? Anything good? Gazer's Eye. Recharging Mana Currents. Not great for me, unfortunately. I think I might even just take... Yeah, I've already got a Gazer's Eye, I think, on my halfling. I think she's got one. Tempted to sell for 500 gold. That 600 knowledge is nice, though, because it does get me a lot closer to getting all-knowing. It's kind of a gamble. I guess I'll take it. I think the halfling already has that, though. Yes, she does. So now I have 2 of this item. I'll send the other one to Ganon, since he may still use range attacks from time to time. Unless he's got one, too. No, he doesn't. He's got Hand of Glory, which is Petrifying Touch. This would give him... Yeah, this is basically a better version of the Hand of Glory, so... I'll send that Ganon's way and go ahead and sell the other item. That'll work. Doomgaze is nice, so... That 500 gold was tempting. But I think I'm going to go all in for that research and try to get all-knowing. Especially building the towers and stuff on this turn. Or building the forts by the wizard tower. Okay. Karzan, as usual, has many things. Probably leaning towards some spells. Last Stand is actually a really nice one. That would basically make Karzan unkillable as long as it's active. Killing Spree is a nice one. There's a lot of good Warlord spells. I think, for starters, I'll probably just get Karzan the basic Warlord upgrade, wherever that is, Warfare 1. I'll do that for starters. Just get him some extra casting points so he can start joining the ranks of the spellcasters. I think for the time being, I'm going to leave Bernhilda to her own devices, because regardless of which way she goes, if she goes north, she runs into Karzan and Farron. If she goes south, she runs into Ganon and all his minions. So I think the more important thing is taking out what I think is probably her capital, which is probably here. Oh, unless that's her... Oh, and that's her capital way over there. Crap. Still a long ways off from that. Well, I'm going to just tear through and go after her capital. Because I don't have a good way of getting to her to kill her right here and now. So I think the plan doesn't really change, at least as far as these groups are concerned. I got my wizard tower. That did kind of set me back by a turn, but that's all right. And then I can get everybody back together. Maybe. Why can't these people move very far? Oh, because that's... No, that's Fertile Plains. Why can't they move onto this tile here? Oh, 4 and 4. No, he can make it. Who's slowing him down? Oh, nobody's slowing him down. It's a stack of 6 that I'm trying to combine with one more. I can't do that. That'll break the game. Alright, so just need you guys. I want Karzan's group back together. Farron, you get the Wraith with you. And the Glutton, probably. Snake, I want one with Karzan. You guys go back on the mountain. Farron, you babysit the Glutton for now. Okay. So that group's pretty much right where they were before, but I have another wizard tower conquered, so that's good. I think there might have been one more up here somewhere. No, those are just regular towers. Okay. Man, once those Exalted get up here, there is so much potential for stuff they could clear out, and a city they could pick up. There's a lot going on up there. Alright, I got Divine Channeling researched. Let's, I think that's... I can get one more. I'll take it. And with that, actually, I think I need to wrap this up. I've been going for a while, and dang it, I'm hungry. I need to go get dinner. So I hope you guys enjoyed. There are a lot of tough decisions to make right now. I've left the big ones up to you, I think. So I'd be interested to hear your feedback and let me know what you think. If you got an idea, just let me know what you think I should do. Explain why in the comments. And yeah, I think that's it. So thanks so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. I'll go over those comments in the next episode, talk about what I think is a good idea, and try to come to a good decision, hopefully. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.